Good morning. Recently in Staffordshire, England, an elderly British gentleman passed away, and they came in to clean out his house. And underneath his bed, they discovered a package. It was wrapped in newspaper. They started to unwrap it, and what they discovered was a World War II pilot's uniform. Perfect. Tops and bottom, it was perfect. And the newspaper that was wrapped around it was from 1951. There, a London newspaper, 1951. What a treasure it was to find this uniform and this newspaper. And the front page story of the newspaper was about what a boss wanted in a secretary there in England. Now, this was 70 years ago. 70 years ago, and they were interviewing all these bosses. What were you looking for in a perfect secretary? I want to read you what they said. She is well, but not extravagantly dressed. She does not display scarlet talons. I guess we're talking about fingernails. She is extremely good-tempered because I am very irritable and bad-tempered. Her attitude is not affected by the state of my liver. I guess he must be drinking. She is always cheerful and obliging, and have never heard her mention the time unless I was in danger of being late for an appointment. She needs a flair for arranging flowers. She knows what biscuits we will eat with our tea. She would protect me from the uninvited, holds back minor queries, and petty irritations. She would see to my aspirins, haircuts, private engagements, and collar brushing, and get on well with my wife. These are the important responsibilities of a secretary. In 1951, they're in London. I found it very amusing as I was reading through them because this Sunday in worship, we're going to be looking at the movie and then the musical 9 to 5. It did come out in the 1980 because of what was happening in the women's movement in the 70s and 80s here in the United States. And it's a comedy, but we're actually going to be looking at the very real issues of that time and important issues still to this day. It really is going to be a good time as we tackle this important issue. Because, so often you and I look at other people as things to be used to accomplish the things that we want. And we forget to look at other people as God's children and people who deserve respect and to be treated with equality. No, we all need lots of different jobs done, but whatever the job is that's being done, that person is a child of God and deserves to be treated with respect and dignity. And that was something we were missing in the United States in the 70s and the 80s, and many would argue we still struggle with in the 20s today. Certainly it's fascinating what you'd be looking for in London so many years ago. And we're going to think about Jesus saying, treat others the way that you would want them to treat you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We know it as the golden rule. Jesus said all the law and all the prophets depend on following this idea. We're going to talk about that on Sunday and what this actually means. And we're going to be so blessed, we're going to wind up having Dan Michike with us. Dan Michike, as you know, is the music director and the conductor for Wicked on Broadway. Been doing it for 6 years now. He was here for our concert back in the beginning of June. He was the piano player, and now he's going to be back to play and to sing. And he's going to be joined downtown by Mary Kate Moore, who was on the national tour of Les Miserables playing the role of Fantine for 3.5 years. No, my goodness, the talent is going to be incredible as we are looking at 9 to 5 and having fun, but really looking at deeper issues. How do we treat one another? Maybe today and this weekend, as we look at 9 to 5, you and I will be ever conscious about what does it mean to go out and to treat others the way that we wish to be treated. It's what Jesus has asked us to do. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.